Hello. So here it's one of the beds that we prepared for broad beans in winter. Half of them like kind of died because it froze, and here where it was most sun exposure, they really survived, and we had -11. So they're actually normally they should die after like below -5. So we were very surprised. We prepared with broad fork for broad beans. But really, actually, we have another comparison with the Nordic bed where they grew so much better. But still, we're having a nice harvest. Here it's like in between the agroforestry lines. Here we have 3 lines, and in between here, we already started a succession. There's like artichokes planted.
This one got eaten by a mouse, I
This one
think.
got eaten, but there you can show they're really looking for light. And now when the fava beans are gonna go out, here we have a nice one as well. We started those from seed and we planted them a bit later now in spring. There's pumpkins now planted because soon the fava beans are gonna end. We're gonna chop them, put them on the ground, and so to have a succession you could grow corn. There's also sunchokes growing, and yeah,
And pears.
and pear seedlings. Actually, we're using it as a nursery as well. There's pear seeds on this side, wild pear for rootstock, and peach rootstock on the other side. And we're bringing this to the market. So here we have our first plantation. The first year with the tomatoes and with the sunflowers, there were these 2 beds with the 2-3 lines. And in winter we came, we didn't add anything, we just planted some fava beans in the no dig beds and in the dig beds with compost on top. And half of it was eaten by mice. You can see that over there they're much bigger and here much smaller, they're picking up. But they are much healthier than the one with that we showed earlier with the broad fork. Here we just basically we just put cardboard on the grass, and then we put compost and planted in it last year, and we didn't touch it since then. There's a bit of weeds here and there, but we're just letting it grow together, and once we take it out we just chop everything down. It's interesting to see that before I was really scared about aphids and yeah, having them on the broad beans, and some people like take the tops out, but really I'm seeing that only few are like hosts for the aphids. For example, here it's like covered, it's full in them, but it's also full in ladybugs. Like look here, they are eating them, and it's really just this part, and then fewer over there, but it's not all of them, and I really don't care, just let it do its thing. And we can show already some beautiful favas, like they're already getting huge. And these are the ones that I sowed later, and the ones from winter. So basically we sow them around November, December, and they stayed all winter very small, and as soon as spring comes and a bit temperatures goes up, they really fly. You can see we have a bit of harvest here, and now they finish flowering. They're just gonna in a couple of weeks finish also fruiting, and we're gonna see what we plant next year. So we are learning a little lesson about broad bean spacing. I sowed actually 3 beans every 30 centimeters, and they're way too dense. Like it's quite hard to harvest them because you don't see. And
I'm gonna get something else because it's too full.
from basically what is it, 8 meters of line like that, and this mine too is too full. Maybe we can get one more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was saying that it's quite dense, so it's not that they don't produce. I was afraid that they wouldn't produce, but it's quite hard to harvest them because you have to open and push them and you don't see. So I would recommend to space them, like sow 1 broad bean every 15 centimeters, 15-20, because they make a lot of stems. From one they make a lot of stems. So and then also 45 between the rows, between the lines. And if you have a bigger path than this, it will be nicer, because this was really like 35 centimeters the path, and it's a bit hard to, it's a bit dense, you can see, like, but it's still doable. It's still a pleasure. It feels like a forest in here. Like, you can see the ground is completely covered, like it's like a jungle. It's like a jungle floor.